Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for May 1st through the 7th, 2017. So let's just take a moment to breathe deeply and to just be aware of our breath, not trying to control it, but just being noticing this natural function. As I feel like in this week that we need to be more observant, sort of instead of trying to force things to happen, to allow them to happen. And there's a sense of trust in the universe and trust in your own efforts, the things that you've done, the decisions that you've made, and being at peace with them and trusting that everything is unfolding as it needs to and is responding to your true desires of your heart. You want to just be aware of this and trust and know that no matter what you're trying to do, what answers you're seeking, that your true desires are always known and that the universe is responding to them, okay? And that God and the angels are very much aware of what it is that you need. And it's sort of when you think about this, it gives you another way of being. Sometimes we have these different modes of being, and right now it's sort of like you need to be in this one. There are times where you are inspired to act, and the creativity is flowing, and you're in this channel of insights, and that's good. But don't struggle when the insights. Now, they were showing me sort of a newspaper, and I get a sense of this on a spiritual level. Don't get don't get yourself all wound up when there's not a lot going on in the vibrational news in terms of insights and inspired guidance or actions that you are seemingly having. You're in the flow, and then you take it the wrong way. They just wrote the word cage, like all of a sudden maybe you feel like you're caged in, and you don't have as many avenues or as many possibilities to network. This is always a sign, again, trusting that you're always receiving what you need. And so instead of looking at when there's little going on, or the channel is not as fluid and as affluent as it was before, to recognize that this may be a time where you just need to notice what's going on, sort of relax, and that this is the part where you get to focus on something else, where you get to relax. They keep writing family, and at the very beginning too. Maybe there's something where something in your family needs your attention, or needs to be resolved, and they keep showing me someone lying in a bed, and it just reminds me of the Four of Swords, or in this deck, the Four of Michael, where the person's resting. And so this may be a time where you just need to rest, reflect, meditate, receive. Let people help you. Instead of you trying to. And they wrote the word easy earlier. Now I understand. This is just going to be sort of a easier time for you. So where you get to just think of it as like them giving you sort of um, a vacation from your divine assignments. Okay, and remember, you're still on your path. You're always on your path because you're always serving a purpose. A purpose exists in everything that you do. It's like the point of attraction. The thing is that um, sometimes you have to let that form for you, and in those times, that's what's going on. It's formulating, and you can relax a little bit. Um, you can't always be going, and so there has to be these points where the universe directs you to kick up your feet a bit and sit back and relax and let some things just fall into place. Just let things fall into place. And the great thing about this period is that you can notice how things are falling into place. But they keep drawing back to the family. So something, as I was saying that, so this may be a time for you right now to allow some things in your family to kind of fall into place. To spend some time. It seems like it's important to spend some time with family. They wrote Eastman, and I just thought of Kodak, the camera. So there's something about you know doing something that with your family, for memories, things that you'll cherish. So if there's someone that you haven't spoken to in a while in your family, give them a phone call, or someone that because you've been so busy, or maybe your kids or your husband or a cousin or someone, or or whoever it is that you call your family. This could be your circle of friends, or a circle of people, like-minded people that you really have wonderful memories, and you just have all these great experiences together, and you feel so at peace and at home. It rejuvenates you. This is what they're defining as family. The people that just it's like it just gives you this sense of inner peace, and serenity. So reconnect with your soul family in this week. There's a need for you to do this, okay, and it will put you in this place of alignment and help you to feel secure about things from the way that you may be seeing them, or that's possible sometimes when you're around people that are just not always your kind of people, in the sense that you don't really connect with them, and there's always a lot of drama, and sometimes our social settings and in our work or things don't allow us to always be surrounded by people that we gel with. But it's really important, and then of course you can start to see things from their perspective, especially if there's a lot of negativity and complaining, and you start to kind of get caught up in that, and you get so busy focusing on things that you get disconnected from your soul and your soul family. And so this week there's something, a need for you to do that. So make sure you can do that. Make sure you can get more rest, as they're showing me a bed. You'll probably find too that being around your soul family will allow you to sleep better, sleep more, rest and sleep more peacefully. It's also going to allow you to just feel strengthened and more connected within yourself during the week. Just having some time, just reconnecting with them, just really is like juicing up your energy levels again. You need a good laugh, is what they're saying. Some time to really laugh and let your hair down and just be yourself. So, because when you can get in that place where you're just being you, then that information recharge will start up again. You'll be in this comfortable place where you are faithful, hopeful, relieved. These are the words that are writing out, and where you have no obstructions in that affluence of channeled insights. So this is really important, seemingly as they're indicating to me. They're indicating that you've um, kind of capped out in some way, and so when this happens, don't keep trying to push. Okay, there's a reason for these. This is all feedback. See, if we would not get so caught up, we take everything personal. So even things that happen energetically, we take it personally. So if we're having a bad run, we go, oh, I'm doing something wrong. It's feedback. It's never criticism. It's never judgment. It's just feedback. And so when you feel like you hit a ceiling, that's just feedback. Not to say that you're going in the wrong direction, or that you know you're about to lose your job. I mean, all the things that we conjure. This is a moment for you to realize, okay, there's a new approach that you need, that it's like a new approach. Let's say you've hit a cap, where in that room somewhere is a door, or in that ceiling there's a hatch in the roof, for you to go in that way. But it's just not one, there's so many of them. And the thing is that you see them as you get yourself into this place of new awareness. It's like, you heal your thoughts, and seeing Archangel Raphael come up. And when you get in this place of alignment and healing and harmony, you see that there are no caps, but you do see different options, different possibilities he's writing out. You see different possibilities. So when you run into some kind of, let's just generalize it, negative feedback, without taking it personal, is just indicating another approach or other possibilities that you need to see and that you can't see in this vibrational fix that you're in. You have to get out of that vibrational fix state of mind in order for you to see that there's limitless skies above you, still continuing. They will never be removed. Okay, we may build buildings and put roofs over them, but the skies remain limitless. And so we thankfully have not been able to build so much that the skies, always remain there, even when we go outside. So it's the same thing, in the sense that the opportunities and possibilities in your lives, although our egos can construct all kinds of obstacles, walls, and ceilings, but there's always a door or doors, and there's always that limitless sky still available to you. So this is really important for you to really connect with in this week. All right, so let's take a look at the cards from the Archangel Oracle Tarot. And I love it sometimes when I'm seeing this bed of white light on the floor. And it always represents to me a healing energy, a very strong healing energy, very supportive. And so really getting a sense that you will be just basking, if I can really feel it, in a very supportive healing energy that will support you and your manifestations. So you just have to be aware, and that's why getting that time to enhance your awareness and your connection through your soul family is going to be so important, because it's just going to open up this healing that will just pour out onto the path in all directions. They're actually showing me for the first time a really thick trunk of a tree and the roots that even are above ground, and they just go out in different directions. So this connection, this will allow you to. It'll just open up so many different directions for you in terms of finding connections on so many different in so many different areas of your life is what that may represent, but a healing connection. I would say start with the Archangel Tarot. I'm sorry, the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, and so this is Archangel Jeremiel, and this is life review. So take an inventory, it says, of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So this is just confirming for us in this week that this week is about, you know, taking stock of what's happening, noticing where the healing needs, or noticing where change it needs to take place. You know, change is always happening, and that's what we mean. See, change is always happening, and therefore opportunities are always flowing with change, because that's how they come about. That's how change is how your prayers are answered. So the thing is that the only reason that we don't see them is because they're not on our radar. You know, you may not recognize that changes need to happen. And so from time to time we need to take stock. It's not being negative to recognize that, okay, change needs to take place here. The thing is that we get all crazy all of a sudden trying to figure out how that's going to happen. And that you don't have to do, because once you recognize that a change needs to happen, you're getting the message usually way behind the change already being in process, in progress. So the thing is that what you need to do is now, once you recognize that a change needs to happen, now you just need to allow that change to unfold. And what you should pray for is the clarity and the openness to recognize the changes that are perfect for you. Because there's so many of them, but you want to ask them to help you to recognize the ones that are perfect for your soul, for your alignment, to help you to carry through everything that you are, everything that has a purpose that you resonate with profoundly, okay, in those changes. So that's the idea right now, that you want to take stock of things in your life and see what's where changes need to happen. You know, you've been working on something, trying to create it, make it happen, make it happen, and that is still going to happen. They're still going to, the universe, once the universe gets hold of something, which usually happens before you're aware of it, you usually pick up on it. But you offered it a while ago through some kind of contrasting situation, which caused you to realize what you wanted. And then the universe set off and building momentum around that. And then at some point, as that wave gets a little bit bigger enough, noticeable to you, then you know, sort of the sparks go off and you go, aha. And so now you just need to flow with it. But usually you kind of interrupt that because you assume that you're starting from scratch from the moment you discover it. And you feel like you got to do all the building, all the work, and that creates tension and anxiety, and it cuts off the guidance flowing for you that's already alerting you of the path and the opportunities there. So that's why it's a good thing to take some time to, when things slow down, to use that time to reflect, to notice what changes have happened within you already, then to notice where those changes are possibly leading you, right? And you don't have to get all uptight about this, you know, like, because some of us are like worker bees and we're like, okay, I gotta tackle this. And no, it's just for the fun of noticing, exploring your options. Nothing has to happen, just being aware. Just because just doing that is healthy, it's healing. You can feel it. It just opens up your heart. And once your heart's open, that means your heart's communicating. That means the law of attraction is freely exchanging with you, and it's already understanding. There's a mechanism here that's set in place that understands how to attract to you what you want. You don't have to effort for this. So, this week, allow yourself um, to have some time for reflection, healthy reflection. And sometimes when you're with your soul family, or you just then this reflection is easier because you each understand each other extremely well. Your connection is it supports in a way that it elevates you. It empowers you. It gives you that boost that you need, and it's a place where you can be truthful. They're writing out. When you're with your soul family, you feel like you can tell them anything. You're an open book with each other. So that's another little definition you want to think of when you think of your soul family. You have no troubles opening up, and there are some things that I know we all can't tell everybody, and that we just don't know how to say it out loud, because sometimes some things we're ashamed of. But with the soul family, notice how easy it is to get out to them. If we didn't have them, God, how much would be just blocked and stuck inside of us. So this is a great opportunity to have this kind of relationship in our lives. All right, let's take a look at the messages for the daily card. And hold on, let me just messages here. Well, not daily cards, but the cards for the week. All right, so Monday, Tuesday. And we have the Knight of Gabriel. Okay, so now this card kind of would be kind of the opposite of all of that. And because the Knight of Gabriel really gets sort of, he's very, can be sort of high strung, is one way to put it, and always racing off on something that has, ignited his spirit, and in a very spiritual way. He's always on a spiritual quest. So in this way, think of this as an adventure, even for those of you who are, also have a lot of energy. But think about going on a spiritual quest in this week, to kind of start off the week, and being very open to all of the passion in your heart, being open to your spirit, your spiritual understanding, spiritual knowledge, spiritual understanding. Okay, so this is what I'm kind of hearing from them, that it's about being on that spiritual quest for the beginning of this week. And so, again, although things may, and there's writing things sort of augmenting. So getting a feeling that as you go on this spiritual quest, this may sort of increase activity for you. It may increase, spiritual insights. It may allow you to just new ideas coming to you. It may kind of get you all revved up. So, and that's okay. That's a good thing. It's just letting it come from within. So, really, they're saying that, to really nurture yourself. So you may find that you're guided to do some things that, actions that, a lot of inspired actions that may be more for nurturing yourself, okay? So that may be the kind of spiritual quest that you go on this week. They're also saying facing some things, that you may be called upon to face some things head on. So, it's a sense of, they're writing head on, but they kind of, I don't know what they're trying to say between face and head, but instead of going with it, plunging with your head, which I guess would be turning your face down and charging at something. Stand erect and face it. Face it with your spiritual passion and your wisdom. So there's sort of a difference there where you face it rather than charging with your head. So take a look in the mirror, at what you really want to accomplish. Look things, this may be about looking at yourself in the mirror, or it may be facing some things that's going on too that needs to be resolved. But don't charge, like the knight would just charge in head on, get passionate, get kind of all carried, caught up about something, and not really looking at the person in front of you, or not looking at the situation in front of you, looking at it with a cool head, the clarity that is needed. Okay, so they're showing me the cross with a candlelight in front of it, and so there's a thing about bringing that light to things that are troubling you, or situations, suffering. Bring your light. Okay, your light is going to be needed. Get a sense that maybe there's something in your work where there may be some struggles or pressing situations, but your light is needed. Don't bring your own pain to an aggression, but bring your light. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. All right, and this is a 7 of Ariel. Whoops. And right away, what I'm getting from this card is, patience, and with things that you're being patient with yourself. And one of the things I like about this card is because you see all these beautiful gardens in the background. The card says you've invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for the next endeavor. So this is a time for you. A couple of things. It's because they're kind of like, and he's surrounded by light, and it makes you feel like that in one way, behind him, everything he's done has been the right thing. He's made all these wonderful choices. He's constructed out everything that needs to be done. The only thing now is to wait in front of him, is sort of looking ahead, but he's waiting for something to unfold before him. But the evidence of what has been done and where he is in his mind and state of mind is automatically going to determine what unfolds in front of him. So it's about being patient, is again noticing what you've done and trusting that the outcome must represent the work that you've experienced and that you are presently experiencing. So that it's sort of it has to equal. The results have to equal to what you've done. So be patient about that and let that unfold for you. So and then I'm getting a sense about just patience in this week. Patience with yourself, patience with others, and be compassionate with yourself and others as you go through. This is a time, again, it just fits perfectly with the card for the Oracle card, to take stock of what you've accomplished thus far, is what I'm also getting from this card in this moment. Take stock of what you've done, what you've accomplished, and think about where things can go from here. Think about explore the ideas about the changes that are possible from where you're standing. Like where is the universe asking you to? Where is it taking you? Look at where you've created all these beautiful things here, but where is it taking you next? Where is that leading you? Because you may not have taken the chance to pay attention to that information. All right, let's take a look at the card for the weekend. All right, and this is the Ace of Ariel, and this is about new resources. So something opens up. Okay, the Ace is about that new energy and something sort of opening up, but in the material plane, because these are pentacles. So as the card says, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. Okay, a change in job or promotion. So I'm really getting a sense that about the word support here, that you're going to find new forms of support. And again, I get this feeling about, initiating support systems for yourself, which is going to be really important, which goes back to that soul family. As So make sure that you look at the ways that you can be supported, especially looking at the choices, the decisions that you're making, that not only the rewards that you're going to receive, but you want to look at the situations that will bring, where you will connect with supportive people. You really want to look at that as a part of your goal. You know, where we're bringing more people into your life as well who can be supportive to you, not just because we get so caught up in the rewards, the outcome, that we don't always take a look at the people that will be engaging with in certain avenues of some of our choices. And so you want to make sure that you're allowing supportive groups of people that you're going to be working with. So pay attention to that kind of thing, is what I'm just getting. I hope that makes sense. It's a feeling that if you're going into some kind of new opportunity, or that something comes up, pay attention to the support. Notice how people support each other. Let's say if it's in a new job circumstance, notice the support that is there. Do they have a connection? Do they work well together? Do they support one another? Are they allowed to have feedback? Or is it good feedback? Is it constructive feedback? Do people feel comfortable? It's sort of like all these things they just defined about the soul family. Look for these things, not in your professional life that you want to talk about all your problems, but that could translate into being able to talk about your creative problems or professional issues. And, are there people there that you can have that exchange without feeling like, there's going to be some backstabbing or mistrust or betrayal if you share. So look for those kinds of things. Look for support. Okay, we really should be surrounding ourselves with supportive people in anything that we do, because otherwise it's not worth it. The rewards, like the money and all that thing. So make sure that you're doing that, honoring yourself, putting yourself as best as possible in environments that are supportive for you. Okay? So get a sense that may be some of the reasons for some things kind of taking a little bit more time, so that you can pay attention to the change, those kinds of specific changes that you want to incorporate in your search, or whatever the changes that you're looking to make that, add this as a part of your purpose, is to put yourself in environments where you have other forms of support outside of your soul family. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck I already pulled. And it's the Lover's card. So that's kind of fits in what we were just saying in terms of deep connections. So in this sense, for this reading, this card would represent connections. You know, soul, spiritual connections, relationships in general, not just romantic here, but in this case, general relationships where at the foundation, since it's the bottom card, which is sort of the foundation of this whole reading, the foundation of this reading then is working on making connections that are supportive and that are nurturing, and where you can have a free exchange, something that uplifts you. So in your goals in this week, this also confirms, connecting in with your soul family in this week, and nurture connections. Notice. So what I'm getting to is that notice the opportunities that are coming to you. This is why they want you to notice this week, okay? Because when you're just plowing away, you're not noticing. You're like, you have blinders on. So they want you to notice the opportunities of new support coming into your life. Okay? Because those connections are going to lead to your play a key role in your dreams unfolding, and your goals, your new the things that you're trying to accomplish, or the successful outcomes that you're seeking in various areas of your life, whether it's in your family. So this and here we have Archangel Raphael again. So let your heart be open this week. Just let your heart be open, and but be open to the people who you notice you feel these new connections with. It may be that you also discover some connections, new connections within existing relationships, people that you had kind of written off because of the way that you were looking at the situation. This is how people kind of see when you're looking at things in one way, then it's sort of like people light up through that perspective, that point of view that you have. And when you change your perspective, then other aspects of them light up. And so I feel like that you may, because everything is about you, but not to take it personally. You see what I mean? But the thing is that you may see them differently. You may and find develop some new bonds with these people, because now you're thinking differently, you're feeling differently within yourself. So that's why it's really important to take in inventory about changes and things that you want to heal within yourself. Don't worry about trying to fix everybody else, and don't think of it as fixing yourself. This is just opening up to the changes, or the things that you want to heal, or the things that you feel that where you want to create balance, more balance. Look at it that way. All right. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and thank you for joining us here this week. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you for sharing the videos and for all the likes and the comments that you leave each week. They're very beautiful, and I appreciate them, all of them, no matter whether you agree or you don't agree. But and also, if you haven't joined us for the daily card messages, you can go to my Facebook page, where we pulled additional cards Monday through Friday to see more insights into this reading. So if you haven't been there yet, please do that. You can also connect through Twitter to the videos as well, and the daily card messages. I think they get posted there as well. If you're looking for an angel reading, feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com, and on the services page you can go there and choose the readings that you would like, that suits you. And so I look forward to hearing from you for an angel reading. So have a blessed week and a harmonious one, and allow yourself to be open to the possibilities of change in your life. God bless you.